I really wish someone would have told me this way early in my life. I went from completely feeling numb, feeling disconnected from my body, constantly being in my mind, overthinking about anything, having anxiety attacks, depression, and even trying to commit suicide, to finally unleashing my radiant femininity, to finally really feeling in tune with myself, with my body, really being able to listen what my body and what my intuition is telling me, and to feeling so much more aliveness, joy, bliss, and also pleasure in my life. And this is the one thing that really has completely changed my life forever. Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to another video. My name is Marie-Josephine, and I help women to unleash their feminine radiance, to finally step out of stress and depression, and to really live a life with way more aliveness, joy, and bliss. And today I want to talk about the topic of feminine energy. Like I said before, understanding feminine energy was the game changer for me. And here, let me explain you why. So maybe you've already seen a couple of videos, or you read about feminine energy or femininity, feminine, masculine energy, as these topics are very common to talk about right now. But what even is it, and how can you actually embody this energy in your life? Before we really start going into the topic, first of all, I want to tell you that feminine energy or masculine energy doesn't have to do anything with gender or sexual orientation. These are simply energies that we can also see in nature that help us to understand ourselves more and better. So this means no matter what kind of gender you identify to, you usually have both energies, the masculine and the feminine energy, and usually women feel a little bit more identified with the feminine energy and men feel a little bit more identified with the masculine energy. We can see these two contradictions in nature in our daily life. We have day and night, we have yin and yang, we have the sun and the moon, Shiva and Shakti. We always have two kind of perspectives from opposite kind of poles. And none of these both energies are better. It's just, first of all, about learning what do these energies even mean, and then secondly, also integrating both of them in a healthy way to also know when is each energy very important in your life and when do you really need to tune into the masculine or more into the feminine energy. So what is feminine energy? Feminine energy is usually described as more creative, very intuitive, more caring, nurturing, very soft, very flowy, and cyclical. And like I said before, we have the sun and the moon, and usually the feminine energy is more identified with the moon. So if you look at a woman, we have a cycle. So we are cyclical beings. We go through different kind of phases in our, daily life basically. But these kind of phases you can also see when you look at our menstrual cycle. So for me, really looking at the moon always really helps me to also connect to my feminine energy, because it's really like seeing that the moon also changes. It's never the same, and the same goes for us women, or goes if you're more identifying with the feminine energy. Feminine energy is usually also deeply connected with the emotions, very flowy, like I said before. So what kind of example I always really like to use is describing feminine energy or even woman as a wave or as the ocean. And the ocean can be very soft, it can be very gently, and you can swim in the ocean in a very nurturing way. But also the ocean can be very wild, it can be very messy, very chaotic. And here we can also talk about the light feminine and the dark feminine. But this is gonna be in the next video, because I really don't want to talk too much and make this video too long for now. But really understanding these different kind of things to really see that the feminine energy is more receptive. We also see that in our bodies when we go to our yoni, to our sexual organ, we have the receptive part, we have the part that we take something in. Whereas men, for instance, when you go to the sexual organ, is more on the outside. So they're usually more like the giver, the provider. So whereas feminine energy is very creative, very flowing, very intuitive, masculine energy is very goal-focused, is very structured. It's a lot about taking responsibility. It's a lot about focusing from the mind, statistics, all of these kind of things. But here's the thing. Guess in what kind of energy most women are in their daily lives. Yep. Our society, unfortunately, is not built for being a little bit more flowy, taking time for yourself, really nourishing yourselves and your family. Our society these days is a lot about goal focusing, it's a lot about working a lot, it's a lot about looking at things from the mind perspective. So what we have done in the last couple of years, centuries, is that women naturally are more in their masculine energy. But not in the healthy masculine energy, but more in the wounded masculine energy. So maybe you also find yourself more in this hustling culture. It's always about doing more, achieving more. But you know what? At the end of the day, you forget yourself, you forget your body, and you forget what is actually important. And this is why feminine energy can really help you. First of all, understanding these kind of principles for me really was a game changer to see, wow, I'm really not living what is more natural to me because of, first of all, what society has taught me, but then also what I keep doing on in my life. So once I really understood the principles, I could really see like, what are some kind of areas where I think it's very easy for me to change? And making these small changes in your life is going to have a huge impact, I promise you. Because not being connected to your feminine energy can lead to a burnout, to depression, to feeling disconnected from your body, feeling like everything is too much all the time, overthinking, being overwhelmed, maybe even constantly scrolling on social media because you don't even know what is going on inside of you. And this might get you stuck in a loop where everything just gets too much. So here are 3 very easy things on how to connect more to your feminine energy and how you can even start it today. First of all, learn how to receive. Like I said before, feminine energy is usually more like the receiving part. So really try to train yourself whenever someone might give you a compliment, not to immediately repel it and to be like, yeah, but you also look beautiful or whatsoever, what we usually do, but really try to receive this compliment. If someone is complimenting your hair today or your shoes or whatsoever, instead of repelling it, just say, thank you very much for seeing that, and honor that someone else is seeing something beautiful in you. Another very beautiful exercise in order to learn how to receive more is to actually tune into gratitude. Because most of us, we live in this Western world where we have so much abundance, and very often we forget about the abundance that we have in our life. And gratitude can really help us to really start seeing what is it what we have in our life? What is it what life has gifted us every day or is gifting us every day? So you could do a gratitude journal, which you do in the morning or in the evening or just once a day, but I really recommend you writing it down, like really saying, I am grateful for having a bed. I am grateful for having water. And you will see how fast your life is going to change because your focus is more on what you have and your focus is even more on what you're receiving already. Secondly, learn that your body is your best friend. Yes, like I said before, society hasn't taught us a lot about these kind of things, and we see a lot of magazines on how to look like, what's the best fat loss diet or whatsoever, but really learn that your body is your precious temple. Your body is here to help you, it's here to support you. It's never against you, I promise you. Like, this body is so smart, it does so many things for us that we don't even realize it. So here you could also start going into gratitude, and even in the evening writing down like, thank you for my body that I can get up in the morning. Thank you for my legs that I can walk. Thank you for my eyes that I can see, for my ears that I can listen to this video right now. What I also really love to tune in with my body is really getting into movement. I have a lot of movement exercises on my channel. So if you're looking to getting connected more with your sensuality, so if you're looking to getting more connected to your body, check out the videos because it's very important to, yes, get your body moving, see how you want to move. This will also help you to really start appreciating your precious body. And lastly, start getting in contact with your emotions. This tip might not be a very fast solution because in this society we have never really learned how to feel our emotions. It's a lot more about suppressing them or hiding them. But really getting in contact with your emotions will change your life because you will experience less overwhelm, and you will experience more of a grounding feeling within yourself and within your own body. So this is what I usually do with the woman in my coaching. First of all, it's really about getting back in tune with your own emotions, because maybe you know that sometimes things just overwhelm you and there's just too many things and it feels like you can't even handle it. Or you're on the opposite side where you just feel like you're numb and you're not really living life to the fullest. Again, gratitude can really help you. Like if you really start tuning into the feeling of gratitude, you will see how you can also connect more to the other emotions in your life. If you're interested in getting to know yourself and your own emotions better, write me in the comments and let's talk about it. I really hope that this video was helpful for you, that you could understand a little bit more what feminine energy really is and how it can really change your life, how it can influence your life if you start really connecting to it in a soft and slow way. This is not about overwhelming yourself, or again, this is not like a task to do, like a goal that you have to achieve now. This is a slow change that you can do in your daily life to really also start breathing, start taking a pause, and to also get out of this constant hustle mode. I'm so looking forward to welcoming you in the next video, and I hope you're gonna have a beautiful day. Bye.